George, you come to the arena. This is where it's all going to be. Does it feel a bit closer now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're here with Fight Week. I hired a van yesterday to come up here because you bring so much stuff. It's like moving house. So, but it's better to have plenty of bits and pieces that you might need than not. So it's nice to be here, to be in Sheffield, to be Fight Week. We've had the press conference now. We had a little media workout yesterday, a public workout. So next stop is weigh-in, and then it's just killing time until fight night.
You've come close to being a world champion on a few occasions. Does this feel like now or never for you?
Yeah, certainly. When the fight was made, I knew it was going to be made. I knew it was going to be that feeling of now or never. I knew it was going to be a high-pressure fight. But when I actually think about and assess it, so is every fight. Every fight. If I'd lost against Martin Murray last year, or Eddie Goodnecht, or even worse, people who maybe not boxed for world titles before, like David Brophy, my career would have been in ruins. So the stigma attached to this fight is that it's my fourth world title attempt, and I've been unsuccessful so far. But for me, I'm just treating it as another fight. It's just another fight. Chunov's a very good fighter, but he's the sort of fella who I'd always encourage to have a fight with. I never have easy fights. We go through the rankings, we look for guys who are going to bring the best out in me, and he's one of those guys. Luckily for both of us, there's a vacant world title on the line as well. So obviously it's vitally important. It's part of a big show, which is exciting for me. I've prepared correctly. I've had plenty of time, plenty of notice. We're in a good place. We're going to make sure we do it.
You're looking svelte. You're looking in shape. You look like you lost a bit. You're toned. Is this all edging you towards actually getting this title?
Yeah, I do feel in good shape. Nothing's been cheated or compromised. Nothing's been rushed. So, I'm always fit and ready to go come fight night. But sometimes fights take a long time to make. Sometimes the camps just ain't quite long enough. Sometimes sparring partners drop out. Sometimes there's a few things that you're more than capable enough to fight, but you could have been better. And I feel right now, there's certainly no excuses. Nothing could be better. I feel fit and healthy. Weight's good. The body feels good, looks good. I've had a correct camp, even down to getting in the strength and conditioning. We've had plenty of sparring, lots of different types of sparring partners come in. I felt sharp now for a few weeks, and again in the past that would be a concern for me, because I'd worry that I'd peak too soon. But working with Shane McGuigan, I feel he's boxed before as an amateur. He's done the camps with Frampton. He's got proof in the pudding with Frampton. He's prepared him diligently for big world title fights. The McGuigan team, his dad, the strength conditioning coaches we've got in the gym, they're all vastly experienced. And for me, it just relieves a lot of the weight that would be on my shoulders. So all the questions where I'm like, whether you're doing something right or wrong, but it's nice to share that burden with someone. Do you know what I mean? Just nice to have, I think this is right, what do you think? And they think the same, and you do have a bit of courage and conviction and confidence in their opinion, because you feel they're qualified to make that assessment. And I've got that now. That's also another massive attribute I feel for me. I feel in a good place. As I say, everything feels as it should be, and it's another fight. It's another fight that I've certainly got to win, but I'm very confident of winning it.
Carl Froch was even in a big article today saying that he hopes you win, and you read a bit further down the article, and it's so that he looks better because then he beat a world title holder. Do you think he really wishes you well, or is it just Carl bringing up 80,000 people at Wembley again?
It might be a bit of both. It's in the boxing world. It can be a cruel, fickle place. And sometimes people can be your friends. Sometimes they can do the dirty on you. Sometimes I like to stamp my post in the ground, know my parameters, and if there's someone who's not to my liking, then I'm not shy, I'm not backwards, I'm not two-faced, And me and Carl have never seen eye to eye, so it certainly makes sense that he would want me to win, because it makes him look better. But part of him probably thinks it's been 3 years now or something, and he thinks, good on him, he's struggled a bit, maybe he deserves it. So it's nice. At the end of the day, it's nice. You know, I've had people say horrendous things to me over social media and stuff like that about my family before fights, and I've also had people say heartfelt, wonderful things. You know, I've had people stop me in the street, some of them are in tears in their eyes saying, "Oh man, I wish it happened for you," you know, I believe it. So it's nice at the moment, I've got to admit. Lots of people seem to be on my side, and that's a wonderful thing. And maybe I get a little bit philosophical at times. Maybe I think a little bit too much, but you know, I believe this world works with an energy flow, and if you've got some positive vibes coming your way, and you try and eliminate the bad people around you, then you know, I think good things will happen. And at this moment, there ain't many people who would sell their soul to see me lose. And you know, maybe that can't be true before for some of my previous fights, but this time I feel like genuine people genuinely want me to win, which is a lovely thing. So hopefully I'll deliver for them Saturday.